a jeep, a drone, and an old man.
All right, guys, it's that time. We're here to take care of looking at our photograph, comparing our photograph. That's right, it's time for Battleship Texas photo archaeology. Battleship Texas photo archaeology. Man, when you want it, you can't get it. When you don't want it, Alright now, that ain't funny. Let's just get on with this. That scared the life out of me. Alright, got myself some root beer. You'll notice, once again, it's not Zuberfizz. HEB, we're going to be going round and round unless you get my Zuberfizz back. I can drink this crap. I bought it from your store. But I can buy just about any kind of root beer from your store except good root beer because you don't have Zuberfizz. Get me some Zuberfizz. Let's get into this photograph before I just lose it on HEB. They're making me crazy. Let's do this.
The old man would like to thank the folks that used the thanks button below the video since the last video. A big thank you to Al and Jeremy Cox. If you use the thanks button below the video, you will get a mention in the next video. Thanks again, guys.
All right, let's get into checking this photo out. Now, I've looked at it a little bit. I hope some of you have too. Here's what I plan on doing. I'm going to enlarge it here in a minute. I'm going to start over in this section, probably about this big of an area enlarged. Then we'll slide over to the right, cover everything we see there, and then we'll just move up the photograph, moving left to right until we get to the top, which looks like it's just going to be a canvas all the way across the top, but we'll see when we get a closer look at it. Let's start over here. See what we've got in the lower right or lower left-hand corner of the photograph. Now there's quite a lot there, and there's one, maybe two things here to me that are mysterious. One is this right here. What is that? I can tell you what it looks like to me, but I know that it's not that. It looks like a thermostat off of a 1970s Chevrolet, 1970s, 1980s Chevrolet or Ford. They both use the same one. It's obviously not that, but what is it? Maybe we'll find something later in the photo that will look like it, or maybe we can place it somewhere later in the photo. Now here we've got two 14-inch shells. What is this on that one? That I don't know. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if that's some kind of cap, or looking at this right here, it does not look like there's any kind of recess behind it. Maybe that's just the tip of that particular shell. I'm not sure what that would be. Some of you guys that have experience with this have been at sea possibly. I'm sure if this was a successful device, it's probably been used or may still be used. They're using, looks like boards here, there and there, to keep the shells from rolling around on the deck. Let's move over here a little bit, see what's up. We've got a rope there. Looks like it might have a metal insert there. Maybe not. That's just the way I see it, but it looks like it has a metal eye there to help the rope slide through that knot. Not much else there other than some shells. Now this shell looks a little bit different than the rest. The tip of it does, to me anyway. We'll cover that when we get up on the aisle or up on the row with it there. Now here's one of the boards that I think they're using to keep the shells from rolling around. I was very curious about all this right here when I came across it. And to me, it looks like somebody got hurt loading or unloading these shells. And to me, it looks like blood. It's kind of like an injury happened right here. It's on this board as well. And then they walked off or were helped off in this direction. Let's see how far that goes back that way. Yeah, see, it looks like it comes around the corner there and starts heading up that way. And that goes out of the photograph, so we can't tell. But that's what it looks like to me. It looks like blood, like somebody got hurt. What do you guys think? Put it down in the comments, whatever it is that you think is going on there. That's kind of what I feel like has happened there. A sailor got injured dealing with those heavy shells. As we know, a lot of things on the Battleship Texas was done manually. Very little mechanical assistance involved in any of the operations of the ship. Now, these shells all look the same here. There was one that I was curious about back over here, wanted to take a closer look at. This one right here. Let's zoom in on that. Now that shell looks like you can see a round section there, a round piece, like I know it would not be the detonator. I'm sure they would not be moving these things around with detonators on them, but I'm not sure what that is right there. It looks like a tip that would unscrew. This looks like it has some rivets right there. Not sure why it would, but that right there looks like the tip that would unscrew. I'm sure those unscrew and then fuses are screwed on just right before they're fired. I'm sure is what's going on there. Move over a little bit more this direction. We're back to the shell with the funny looking whatever that is. Now this piece right here, I think I saw another one. Yeah, there. Don't know what that is, but it strangely looks familiar to this piece right here, whatever that is. Now this shell right here obviously moved while the photograph was being taken. And we've got, you can see over here, when I first saw it, I thought it was maybe a tugboat, but I don't think so. I think it's a supply ship that they're offloading these shells off of. This looks like possibly a ramp, maybe, no, not plywood. The shells are too heavy for plywood. Maybe a metal ramp that they would roll them up. This one has got a rope sling on it. We saw that rope down here as well, right there. So maybe that's a ramp that they would put that rope sling and then drag them up the ramp. I'm not really sure. And I'm not really sure why this one would be off to the side by itself, being held in place by that board. What's you guys' idea on that? Why is it over here held up by a board all by itself? Now we're getting into here some of the funnier stuff of the photo, or I shouldn't say funnier, odd stuff about the photograph, I guess. Look at this guy. No shoes. Everybody else is wearing shoes. Can't see this guy's feet, so we don't know about him. This guy, he doesn't even look like the rest of them. He's wearing a sailor cap. I guess that's a sailor uniform. It's not exactly like the rest of them. Looks like he's got a wedding ring on. Got a board in his hand, getting ready to anchor a shell somewhere. And his pants are rolled up. I'm not understanding why anybody would be on a wooden deck in bare feet, because it just seems like a good place for a really bad splinter. But let's keep going in order here. There's another one of those. Now, maybe that's just an opening in the shell where the fuse would be screwed in. That's what it appears to be, but this guy over here, still confused as to what that is. Look, we got another barefoot fella here. Got his foot on a shell. Shell's braced up by a board again. Seems like a really funny way to handle some high explosive rounds, doesn't it? Roll them around the deck and stick a board under it to keep it from rolling. This fella's in barefoot. Now we got some, that looks like a fresh air intake right there. We got some suits right here as well, but we're going to keep going sideways across this photograph so we can stay in order here. There's a group of sailors. There was one of them to me that looked, well, this guy obviously moved when the photograph was taken, so his face is out. This guy here moved a little bit when the photo was taken. That is obviously an officer. This guy's hat does not seem to blend in with the rest of them. Could just be the way he's got it shaped. There's our guy with the bare feet and the board, waiting to put that board under a shell so it doesn't roll. This guy right here. That guy looks scary to me. So does this cat. They both look very tired, maybe. Maybe they're hot, tired from moving those shells. This guy looks like he's inventorying the shells, possibly. But he's not in uniform. Wearing a different kind of cap. I think he's off this ship right here. I think he's maybe a longshoreman helping load the shells. As a matter of fact, I think we got some other longshoremen on deck here. Now back here in the back, I'm thinking that the Texas is out at sea being resupplied from this ship here. And the smaller ship here is actually transporting supplies and maybe mail and other things back and forth between the two ships. That's what it looks like is going on to me. You guys that have been in the Navy, I was in the Army, not in the Navy. So I'm not sure how all that stuff is done. I'm sure these days it's done by aircraft. But tell me what you guys think is going on with those two ships there. I'm almost positive this one's a supply ship and this is a transport ship just moving supplies over. So let's take a closer look at these guys here. There's a couple of them that don't belong, I think. First one being this guy here. Different kind of cap. I'm pretty sure he's off that supply ship, if that's indeed what that is. This guy here, I just really don't think he belongs. The shirt looks like a naval shirt. The hat looks naval uniform. The pants, or at least the way he's wearing the pants, rolled up and the bare feet. I'm just thinking a captain's not going to let bare feet go. This guy looks like he's got a cigar. I just now spotted that. Maybe it's a pen, but I'm thinking that's a cigar right there around some high explosives. That would never fly these days. Let's see what else we got here. So I'm thinking this guy and the other guy over to the left there are both longshoremen. That's what I'm thinking. And I think we got one more longshoreman here. It's the other barefoot guy. This guy right here. See those bare feet? And look at this guy's clothes. That's a grease monkey right there. He could be from the engine room, possibly. He's got looks like a Navy cap compared to these others. It looks like a Navy cap. Got something in his pocket right there that looks like it has some bulk and some weight to it. He looks sure enough like a grease monkey. And because he's barefoot and not in Navy uniform, I'm thinking this guy's a longshoreman as well. I'm thinking those three guys, this guy here, this guy here, and this guy here. I'm thinking at least those three are off of that little supply ship there. Then we got a couple suits. This guy looks like he's in a suit with a straw hat, just like this guy has. He obviously moved when the photograph was taken too, so he didn't come out. This guy looks like he has a newspaper, daily news, I guess. And this cat here looks the better dressed of all of them. And he's got a pocket watch with it, which is nice. He's wearing a vest. The other guy's wearing a vest as well right next to him. This guy back here, can't really tell. Yeah, I guess he's wearing a vest too. I guess that's what that is. This guy here looks like he was looking at this gentleman, realized he was about to be out of the photograph and jumped in real quick. So he did one of those blurs moving into the photograph. Now here on the battleship itself, not sure what that is. It looks like a gigantic wrench, and it may be a gigantic wrench. I'm not sure exactly. This staircase, I know where that staircase is, and this wall is no longer there. It was probably removed during the refit, and that's another discussion. When do you guys think this photograph was taken? I've looked at naval uniforms online, and it looks to me like it was probably taken between 1920 and 1930. I may be off. Tell me what you guys think about that. And I don't believe this section of the ship is here or is there anymore either. I don't recall, as many times as I've been on the ship, I don't recall any elongated windows like that. They may be there, and I just haven't really noticed them. Do you guys recall anything like that? I surely don't. So all we got now is left is canvas, protect them all from the sun. So that's everything I see there, guys. Tell me what you guys saw that I didn't see. What is this right here? This guy's feet, I guess. That looks like a pant leg. That's this guy's feet right here, I guess. The bare feet really confuses me. I'm really surprised, even back then, that they would allow somebody on deck in bare feet, especially moving around shells that weigh that much. Not much of a better way to get your feet smashed than to be moving around shells that weigh that much in bare feet. So you guys let me know what I missed. Let me know what you saw. Let me know what you think this photograph is. I'm going to go with it being a resupply of ammunition to the Battleship Texas. I'm going to go with this guy here being a longshoreman, this guy here being a longshoreman, this guy here being a longshoreman, and maybe these guys, he's holding a newspaper. I'm going to go with these guys being representatives or maybe owners of the company supplying these rounds to the U.S. government. That's what I'm going to go with the three suits. This guy, and this guy who's blurred out. So you guys let me know what you think all these guys' jobs are. Let me know if you think they're in the Navy. Are they longshoremen? Are they suits that own the company or represent the company that's supplying these shells? Or is everybody something totally different from what I'm guessing? Do you think this is a supply ship back here? Do you think this ship here is transporting things back and forth between the Texas and this ship back in the background? Let me know what you think, guys. And look in the description for the photograph that we will be checking out next time. Unexpected. All right, guys. Cheap root beer. What did y'all see that I didn't see? Did somebody find something that I didn't see? Did I find something you didn't see? Did I get something wrong? Is there something in the photograph that's not what I took a guess at? Because most of it was guessing. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Let's get together on this thing and figure out exactly what this photograph is. This is the photograph we'll be doing next week. I'll put the link down in the description so you can download it, take a look at it. Let's figure out this one. Well, to the best of our knowledge anyway. To you out there that are taking part in this little experiment, little quest for knowledge, little archaeology. Whew. What do y'all think about doing this on a live stream someday? Picking out a photo, do it on a live stream. Let me know what y'all think about that idea. What do you think about doing a live stream on one of these and chatting it up in the chat box, figuring out what this stuff is live online together at the same time? You know how that works. All right, for right now, it's been a Jeep, a drone, and an old man. Cheap root beer. We'll be seeing you on the next photograph. We're out.
If you like the video, please support the old man's efforts with a thumbs up. If you did not like the video, please support the old man's efforts with a thumbs up. So yes, either way, please support the old man's efforts with a thumbs up. Also, please help the old guy to keep producing these videos by using the thanks button below the video window. This will also get you a mention in the next video. Thanks again.